So the truth is, the RTX 4000 series are not for gamers, and you can tell that by the way Nvidia talked about them today. So they announced 2 cards, technically 3 cards here. You'll understand that in just a moment. So we'll start off with the big boy, which is the RTX 4090. That's going to come with 24 gigabytes of GX6 memory inside of it. It's supposed to be up to 2 times faster than the RTX 3090 Ti from a year ago, and the price is about $100 more at $1,600, what it's going to be launching at in October or 12th of this year. So that's going to be the big boy card. And then you have the next step down, which is the RTX 4080, and that's going to come in 2 flavors, 16 gigabyte and a 12 gigabyte. The 16 gigabyte is going to start off at $1,199, so $1,200. They're going to have a founder's edition of that card, and that's the only Founders Edition card they're going to make for that particular one, because they're going to have a 12 gigabyte version, which is slightly nerfed down than from the 16 gig, not just in difference in memory, but also CUDA cores as well too. And that is going to come in at $899, but Nvidia's not going to make a Founders Edition of that card, so you're probably not going to find that at $899 at MSRP, or if you are, it's going to be really hard to find it. Now, much of what you heard from this presentation really was more focused on creators than gamers. You heard a little bit of stuff that can help with gaming, and they talked about it somewhat, but much of it was talking about things for creators, especially 3D creators. They touted a lot of information about that, a lot of the new benefits, especially coming with DLSS 3 and what that brings to the table and boosting the performance for 3D rendering for those type of creators. There's also the AV1 codec support within NVENC. That's a pretty massive thing for gamers and live streamers out there that stream a lot. That's going to bring some really huge benefits for those things. You also have the benefits of video editing and the faster editing you're going to have with that. This is why we're seeing these cards come out with 12, 16, and 24 gigabytes of RAM to be able to take advantage of 6K and 8K editing, a lot of the effects and different rendering and Adobe After Effects and DaVinci Resolve with Fusion and things like that. That's really going to need all that and take advantage of those things, and it's going to be faster than what you've previously seen before. But that's where they really push this towards the creators, and being a creator myself, I see the benefits here with that. Makes sense that they target this, considering where I think a couple of different things here. One of them being, obviously, GPU mining died off once Ethereum switched over from proof of work to proof of stake, and there isn't another major cryptocurrency out there that's doing GPU mining right now that's caught up. So there's a lot of stock of GPUs out there, especially in the 30 series, and the prices have been slashed and tanked down. But the other thought process I have, while AMD did announce their new 7000 series cards are going to be coming out in November, like a couple hours before this announcement, that makes sense for the competition and keep them going at each other. Really, it's Intel that's very interesting, because if you take a look at what Intel is kind of positioning Intel Arc, they're really making this play, I feel, towards creators, especially with a CPU and GPU combo, with you can benefit of having Intel CPU and GPU and some of the things you can get with that. It seems to be that's where things are headed toward. My recommendation would be to definitely hold out and wait to see what we get in terms of the benchmarks and reviews, and see what the true performance is with all of these before making a decision. If you're a gamer, you probably are okay where you are, and maybe you look at the 30 series, probably so. We'll have to wait to see. For creators, yeah, it might be something of a big benefit for us to jump over to that, but we won't know that until everything sort of been released yet. But for now, until we get our hands on these new graphics cards that are coming out, be sure to check out this video that YouTube recommends you watch next. Thanks for watching.